Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the cutest one of all? The cutest one is you, cute doll. It always was, always has been, and always will be. Hello, my little action figures, and welcome back to another episode of the Cute Doll Podcast. Hello, my little gingerbread men and my little gingerbread women. Gingerbread men, 80% audience. Gingerbread women / gingerbread girlies, 20% audience. Welcome back to another episode of the Cute Doll Podcast with Bot is Botting today. So here I have my Chanel. She like my little baby. She has rainbow letters and a plastic over her. I don't take off the plastic until another decade or two for a special occasion. Today's podcast is sponsored by twitch.tv/cutedoll. Follow, subscribe, do all the things there. And then also my book, Dear Diary, Genius Downloads by Cute Doll. You can find this on Amazon.com, cutedollplus.com, or at the link at the top of my page or my Amazon storefront. Follow for more. Let's go straight into the agenda. Buy your comfortable, preppy, lost art costumes in the shop before they go out of the shop. It's back to school outfits for September. I see you, Lost Ark. I see you. Lost Ark is currently running an event that has login and also bonus login, and then also playtime rewards. So everybody make sure that you log into Lost Ark. I make one character, at least one character on every single server. I have at least 6 characters on every server. So you can claim rewards on all of them, and you get free stuff to upgrade your character. So make sure you claim these daily. Lost Ark, please sponsor me. Thank you. I have promoted and pushed a ton of costume sales for you, and also recruited an entirely new player base that plays the game my style. Living the nice and easy lifestyle. So today's outfit, by the way, is this beautiful white, like almost coconut colored top with this beautiful toasted marshmallow mini skirt that's cottony. So the knit paired with the cotton does it complete justice. The top is a little big, but you know, we take that as a compliment. That's a great problem to have, as I like to say. Today, this message is for everybody who's been copying me. Those who have been copying the way I name my lobby. Those have been copying where my character stands. Those who have been copying the costumes I buy in Lost Ark. Those who have been copying the way I dye my costumes. Those who have been copying my character classes. Those who have been copying my naming style. Those who have been copying the kind of raids I'm making. Good job. That's what you're supposed to be doing. I'm an influencer, and you've officially been influenced by Cute Doll. So hi YouTube. I am a sorceress main. I'm the best sorc NA, but I play a multitude of characters. I have a very diverse array of characters. You guys should definitely look at my gameplay on my YouTube and my TikTok to see how different it is to play different characters, and definitely try all the classes I'm playing, because I only play stuff that I truly love. You could see me really having fun and really enjoying it. So if you want a tip off of where you should start with characters, you should definitely look at my selection pool of characters. I've studied them a lot, I've played them for a long time, and I understand them. I read up on them, and I research them, and I practice them every day. So you guys should check that out, and I hope you guys like my portfolio of different gameplay styles. I'm really happy that I finally branched out instead of just sorceress. And like my previous games, I would usually just main one thing, but I really, except Granada Spot, I had a multitude of characters there too, because it was just such a big game that you could just play all these characters. But I mean, they had so many characters. They had over 100 characters, so there were so many characters that you could recruit. So it's just and they were so pretty, so you just wanted to play all of them. But okay, So yeah, I have a lot of characters on this account. If you see me making multiple of the same thing, like I have 6 sorceresses on one server, and then a lot of them spread out. I have 2 aromancers on one server, and then a lot of them spread out on the other servers. I have 3 gunslingers. Like if you see me duplicating the character type, that means I want to play that kind of class a lot, and that means I like it more. So the more characters I have of that type, the more I like them. But all of my characters I love. I do not dread playing any of them, even my Slayer. Make sure you get the crop top and sweatpants from Neria's wardrobe before it goes out of store in Lost Ark. Trust me, I just made sure I bought them on all my characters. Make sure you get them. They work for every single class. They look great on every single class for the female classes I've been playing. I love that there is a new epic 1620 raid in Lost Ark. I love that Voltus Normal now drops Legendary Splendid Elixirs. Oh my god, what a treat. And I have my little strategy down, so I can't wait to tap those elixirs. I already have some in a box. I'm just waiting to save up enough gold and silver. I think it's gonna be gold though for the legendary. They took out the wisdom ones. Now don't drop anymore, but if you have them, you can use them or you can discard them. But even if you use the wisdom one, it still says like that it's a splendid one, and then you can only go up to level 4. So that's such a cool change, and I'm really excited about weapon transcendence. I can't wait to get there. I love this patch. This has to be my favorite patch, mostly because of the costumes and because they added a whole new raid. I am so happy. I can't believe that we're in quarter 4 of this year. So many level ups, so many changes, so many upgrades, and the year has it's just come here so fast, and I just really can't believe we're in Q4. Okay. One second. I love that I can play the game my own way, and that I'm smart enough to realize that more gear will not make me personally, directly, more proportionally. It will not make me happier directly. It's not direct. More gear is not directly proportional to my happiness. So I'm really happy about this realization because I kind of fell into that trap in Terra. So in Granada Spada, I was pretty medium with gear. I did have some Strata Devil weapon armors and weapons that I farmed and crafted, which used to be best in slot, but then the gear got a lot harder to make when it was Valoran, and I actually didn't make any of those, but I did own them. So basically, in Granada Espada, even though I told you guys that story in my old podcast about how I bidded for the Elite Lenore Wiz armor for 4 million, this, which is a currency there, which is overpriced, and I was really greedy about it, and I was really gear hungry. I mean, it was best in slot gear, but it was a wizard. It was a coat. Only certain characters could use it. I actually found a lot of use in it because I could use it on my Vendetta Valeria, but it was not like a leather or a plate, you know, that's like a way higher value of an armor because of the characters that can wear it and the things you can do with it. It makes your character stronger. So when I went to Terra, I was very focused on my gear. This time you don't have to bid against people, you could just make it yourself. And I think actually like a really old stuff, like the disc that drops in Wonderhome and stuff, you can bid on that, but like the really new stuff, the newer patches, you just could craft your own stuff. And I wanted to have the best of everything, and I was very competitive, but I was mostly just in competition with myself. I wanted to have all the costumes. More costumes I buy, it makes me happy. I was also, since I was fully geared and had all the best in slot stats and everything, all my videos are on my YouTube and my Twitch. for those Terra videos that I show you when I roll my best in slot stuff, even for the latest gear set that they had, and even before that. So I was taking the game really seriously, but after the gear was done, the gear made me happy because everybody always just was profiling me, was always looking at my gear, they always just looking at me, and they liked me. But when I look at the costumes, I used the costumes I was using it to like make me happy. Like I would be like, okay, willing to buy cute costumes. I literally wrote that, and people would DM me with what they have. They would link it in the chat, and then we would go trade, or I would buy stuff off the broker, or they would list it on the broker, etc. So I always used to buy, like my whole entire inventory was all costumes for Terra, and those are soul-bound costumes, so I put them on my main, and then I gave my alts like 1 or 2 costumes each, that they just look nice in the barracks, but like I don't really play them. I played the Slayer though. I did level her weapon up to max, and people saw that. But okay, so I'm saying I did level my gear up all the way in Terra. I mean, if it was okay in Lost Ark, if it was completely free and effortless and almost like a League of Legends kind of setup, yeah, I would max everything out. But I'm not gonna pay to win my gear. It's like a controversial topic because first of all, in Lost Ark, to pay to win your gear, it's really expensive. So it's almost like a luxury. I wanna say that even if I was a billionaire, I wouldn't pay to win my gear in Lost Ark. And I know, because I feel it right now, I know it's coming off as like really bitter or like hatred or like negative feelings towards people that do, but it's not. It's my choice. It's my character, my game, my choice. I choose not to do that this game because unfortunately I was burned in Terra, so I learned the hard way, like not to do that again. So I'm kind of happy about all of the past failures that I've had because those have shaped me to be wiser and smarter today. So if a lot of you have been wondering, like, why does she buy costumes but she doesn't buy gear and all this stuff, that is why. I just want to farm it the free way and the easy way, and I'm not in a race with anyone. I told you I only compete with myself, but even myself is not competing with itself right now. And this is just what makes me the most relaxed and happy. Nothing would hurt me more than being like a 1650 Sork and like not having fun. Let me repeat that. Nothing would hurt me more than being a very high level Sork that is all geared out, all statted out, and just standing in town and just already cleared all 3 of her dungeons and is just not having fun. For me, this is just my personal journey. The fun for me is in the grind, it's in the earning, it's in the discovery. Like, I get so excited, like just finding a card that is like LOS in the LOS set. I get so excited finding a card in Lost Ark. I get so excited like when I find a perfect 100 quality, 300 specialization piece of jewelry. Like, these are like the little things for me that really make the game very enjoyable for me. And I think that I also had this kind of mentality in Granado Espada. I was kind of like a farmer, and I just only farmed this, and I would buy the really nice costume, the really high-end gear. I would buy the final thing, the end game only. And I'm kind of doing that again in Lost Ark. In Terra, I kind of like had to have the best pet. I had to have all the best in slot gears, all the best in slot jewelry. And although my character looks so pretty and she was so nice to profile, and so fun to PvP with her, and so fun to PvE with her. At the end, I don't have her today, so it kind of makes me like a little like sad, but also I also got over Terra. There used to be a time when Terra got shut down, everybody used to come to my chat to harass me 1 month before. Like once it got announced, it would be shut down 1 month after that. But when it got announced that it was going to get shut down, I literally just stopped playing. Like for the last month I didn't play it because there's no point. So and people didn't understand that. They're like, oh, you didn't even log in for the goodbye party on the last day, and I didn't even reply to their Discord message. And then like for me, when it's gone, it's gone. So for like a month, for like a long time, like 6 months after that, all the Terra people kept coming to my Twitch chat. They kept harassing me. What are you gonna do after the Terra shut down? What are you gonna do after the Terra shut down? Because they knew I was like a really big pay to win person, and they kept writing Terra in my chat, so I just banned the word Terra. Obviously it's not banned right now, but it used to hurt me to see the word Terra. Like it was so hard for me. I was so sad. I had post-game depression after Terra got shut down. And you will only know, like only if you know. But a lot of people, they didn't go through what I went through, and they didn't feel it as deeply as I felt it. And because I went through all my emotions and I fully healed, like I used some techniques that I learned from my past therapy sessions about previous things that I discussed in therapy. And then I also started playing new games, which is why I went to Lost Ark again. I returned to Lost Ark because Terra got shut down. I was already in Lost Ark when the game got released. If you want to know about how I got all my names, just check my previous podcast. So then, I went back to Lost Ark and I tried to make it kind of like how my Terra experience was. So I made Sorks, and I bought them all costumes, and I bought them all mounts, and I made them on multiple servers. 3 servers at that time, but now I'm on 5 servers. On all 5 servers. Okay, so you see where I'm going with this. I try to kind of recreate the happiness I was getting from Terra with Lost Ark. It was really difficult because the playstyle of the sorceress in Lost Ark is really different than the Sork in Terra, which is the most fun thing I've ever played in my life. And then you can see my gameplay of my Terra PvP and PvE and my YouTube. Follow for more, subscribe. Okay, so I went to Lost Ark, and I tried to kind of like recreate this happiness, but I was really sad about Terra. I don't know when it happened, but I literally got over it one day, and today, in the present current day, I am so grateful that I used all of my time to learn a new game, which is Lost Ark, and play League also on side. I was always playing League since season 2, ranked. And then I literally am so happy that like I didn't get suckered into like private server and all that stuff. Like no hate to you guys, but that's like illegal. But I'm just happy that I like stuck with it, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to another MMO because I like the MMO so much. And then I went to Lost Ark, and then I invested in it, and I love how my Lost Ark is today. I love all my characters, I love all the raids, I love all my gameplay. It was so worth it. It was so worth all the pain. It was so worth how hard it was to level up. Everything, it was so hard. It's so worth it. It was so worth it to let go of what is no longer there. But with it, I brought all these lessons. And I'm just so happy that like Terra doesn't make me sad anymore. That gives me a lot of hope for everything I'm dealing with in my life right now. So like anytime I have a problem, I just know like I'm strong enough to overcome it. Like like the Terra thing, like I told you, it was like so heartbreaking for me. It gave me post-game depression. If you don't know what post-game depression is, I can kind of compare it to something that is similar to for you. So like imagine that you watching a favorite TV series that you just discovered and you got so into it and you got a favorite character and everything, and then all of a sudden the season ends and you just feel like that kind of like little sadness in your stomach, like just a sadness in your heart, sadness in your gut, and you're just like really sad, like oh it's over, like you know I want more. Like that was like what post-game depression was, but it was even worse because it's like it's gonna be gone forever. And I hope somebody brings back Terra, but even if I go back to Terra, like if they re-bring it back out, which I hope they do, I always hope that, it's my favorite game. And I will literally just use the same strategy that I use in Lost Ark, except I know the progression will be way slower because those kind of companies are not as generous with like materials and free stuff and events and stuff as Lost Ark is so generous, because they understand the strategy behind marketing to people, that oh, if we give them a whole bunch of free stuff, then they're more likely to be investing their time in the game, playing the game, staying online, and they're gonna eventually, even if they're gonna eventually buy something because they have to, and if they don't buy something, they're just gonna have to spend a lot of time to get it, which is even more valuable than money because it would just increase playtime and player base, and that's a strategy behind that. So Lost Ark actually did amazing. I just love the graphics too, but I really like the Blade and Soul graphics. That was my favorite. That was like the most 3D and most pretty, and like I like the wall running and stuff. And I was KFM main in Blade and Soul, fun fact. So that's why I like Infighter so much in Lost Ark. Like I truly love it. I'm about to make like a whole quarter of them, like a whole bunch, 6 of them. But the thing is that I made some sorcerers and an aeromancer on that server already in Innovate, so I can't make 6 scrappers without deleting them. I'm very strict. I will not make more than 6 characters on a server unless they lift that 6 character gold thing. I fucking hate that thing. They need to change that. And like I also hate 3 Legion raids per character. What is that? Gold per character, but the 6 gold per gold character per server thing kills me. But that's the only reason I only go up to 6 characters per server. One server with all my sorks, my 6 sorks, did end up to be 7 characters because I made an aeromancer there, but I actually deleted 2 sorks. So I used to have 8 sorks, but yeah, it's also killing me that there's 7 characters on there because then I don't get to use my last character. I know you can like rotate them, but like what's the point? I'd rather have 6 mains on every server. So let's move on to the next agenda item, shall we? It's my life, my playtime, my stream, my choice, my way or the highway. TV/Q watch me make this podcast right now. This purse is so heavy. What the fuck is in it? I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you for sticking with me. I love that my aeromancer has a little bubble pink Chanel purse in her little schoolgirl outfit. If you watch my other VOD, you'll see the Lost Ark costume. It's a schoolgirl one. It's so cute. I want to tell you guys something about dyeing costumes. So when you dye costumes, please be very careful because you can't revert it back to the original, as far as I know. I clicked the revert button one time and it just shows me the previous dyed version that I did, so I can't ever get back like the original. So be careful. The one that is the originally painted, designed by the designers in Lost Ark, has really nice details in it and extra of everything in it. It has extra details and extra particles in it that get overwritten by standard dye in the game. When you dye it in the game, it looks really cheap, so be careful. Make sure if you're dyeing it, you are certain. Make sure that it's not a big difference of the texture and the quality from when you dye it compared to the original, because you will never get the original back. So be careful. You don't want to have that regret, because costumes do increase fastly in price because they are trade limited to only 3 times trading. They are cash up, and if they're out of the cash up, they go up in value. They are class specified, or if you buy the box that is not class locked, it's even more expensive. If you're in one of those rare classes and you have to buy the box to get your class, then it's even more expensive. But then when they're class locked, they actually change prices according to the class, which is still very costly. So be careful when you're dyeing your costumes. This is my first game where I actually am not dyeing my costumes. Even in League of Legends, I buy chromas. In Terra, I dyed every single costume multiple times, and I loved it. I used to dye my costumes like every day. I just loved it. But in this game, Lost Ark, it's actually better to not dye your costumes. Trust me on this. Also, make sure you guys get your pixel weapons from the store before they get out of stock. Get the teal one because it will glow teal. Even no matter what color you dye the rest of your weapon, if the glowing particle will always be teal, and it's so pretty, minty, beachy, so cute. It's one of the cutest things that they ever made in the game. It's very cute. And also Terra had a pixel weapon, and it's called like Arcade, I think. And it was like so popular too. So thank you guys all for sticking with me. Those of you that are watching on TikTok, please follow me on YouTube. And those of you that are watching on YouTube, please follow me on TikTok. Whenever you press the thumbs up, it really helps my videos. If you're over on TikTok, please leave me a comment and also press the heart button and the save button, and then also save the video. Also take a screenshot, it all helps. And then, yeah. This much now. So I'm gonna go eat poke now and play on my stream all day. Gonna do Legion raids, and please play with me. I would love if you play games with me. It would be really awesome. Okay, I love you all. Bye.